What's up, fellow and future adventurers? Thank you for tuning in here to another session of the language of magic. I need to apologize. I made a boo boo, a blunder. It's going to happen from time to time, and I am very sorry. I know some of you look forward to this game. It's really fun, really enjoyable, and I appreciate you tuning in, liking, subscribing, all of that fun stuff. So, what's happened is I had a little bit of a software update recently with some of my equipment, and it changed a few of my settings. So, when I went to go record our session in OBS, my audio settings were not the same as they were last week. I didn't realize until about 2 hours in that I was not recording our Discord audio. So, yeah, about 2 hours of our session here, you would hear nothing. It was just video on the screen, no audio from any of the players. So, we're going to have a little bit of a shorter session here. I'm going to try and quickly recap exactly what we went through. Playing on the screen right now, you might see that we are in the middle of a combat. You're not going to hear the audio for it because I didn't realize until after my little blunder, but I thought I'd try and show it anyway. So, starting off the session, we are still in Torrenton. We are at Sill's house. We said our goodbyes, packed up our supplies, and decided we were ready to head into the Whispering Desert. He provided us with a cart guided by a little halfling named Pip, a pleasant little fellow who talked our ears off. Tango mostly slept in the cart the entire time because he didn't get sleep the night before. Regardless, we traveled most of the day heading into the sands when we reached a checkpoint where Pip dropped us off, leaving us at a little farm full of camels. Another acquaintance of Sill's who was prepared to meet us. Hand us over 6 camels along with 2 weeks worth of provisions, give us some guidance and direction into where we should be going in the Whispering Desert. So after choosing camels, having some fun with that, we set off on our way, following some directions from that gentleman. We decided we were going to travel during the night time because it's a little bit cooler. Some of us wearing heavy armor would rather wear our armor traveling through the night rather than risk boiling alive in the heat of the day. So we were kind of given an ultimatum about traveling at night. There's higher risk of not seeing potential dangers, but it's less dangerous due to heat. Where if we were to travel through the day, we would see these potential dangers ahead of us, but there's the higher risk of exhaustion and severe heat. So we decided we're going to travel through the night. And this fight that you're seeing on the screen right now is a result of some failed perception checks on our first camp in the desert. We were assaulted by hopefully some familiar creatures to you here on Caveman Gaming, some onkegs. While Simon was on watch, the onkegs burrowed underneath and started trying to eat Silas in his sleep. We were obviously alerted to the presence as Silas suddenly disappeared from sight, disappearing into the mandibles of a fearsome creature. So obviously, fight ensued. Here we're in a battle. I might cut some of it out, but fun story short, just to get us up to where I fixed the audio and we actually have a bit of a session. This fight here did not go Tango's way by any means. I missed every single attack. I got grappled. I got dragged into a hole. I thought I was going to be buried alive and eaten. But with the help of my friends and the late arrival of Phalar to the party, we were able to overcome these on keg and survive. Uh, Tango, obviously distraught, this first night in a strange place, these sandy deserts, not for him. Does not like it one bit. But we continue on, and so with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of this fight. There's not a whole lot of interesting things to watch here. Just thought I'd show that it was part of the session. And I'm going to jump forward now to where I fix the audio and we can continue with our session as normal. Again, I apologize. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to my explanation. And remember to like and subscribe.
Come on, Dice Gods.
All right, Darren, you're able to help, and you still are able to maintain, your hardiness. You don't become exhausted, but you are able to help Silas enough out that Silas, you're able to, with Darren's help, it's tough, but he notices you're struggling a little bit, and he provides you enough aid. You don't become exhausted throughout the day, and things are fairly quiet. As the day goes on, or as the evening goes on, it starts to go into morning. Those whispers, they do seem to have gotten a bit louder. They're going to make it a little tough to rest during the day, but it won't be a substantial issue.
What are these things coming from? I probably missed that. Like, where are these whispers?
No, you don't know. As I
okay.
kind of mentioned the first time. Oh no! But they seem to be kind of almost carried on the wind, just coming through every so often.
Can I make a performance investigation check since they're coming through like a musical means?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, since performance, you'd have advantage on this, I would assume.
Yeah. Although that didn't do me too much good, but not bad. 15.
No, that's fine. As you kind of dance and you move and feel yourself move with the wind, you notice every so often that those whispers hit, and in certain directions they're slightly louder than they are in others. You believe you have after listening to them for a while. Every so often, you guys are stopping. You move. And you kind of center, and you think you have a good general idea of what direction the whispers are actually coming from.
Is this the direction we're traveling?
So as you kind of start to settle in for the evening, you realize that those sounds are coming a little bit more northwesternly from you. Not far out of your path, but a slight veer in a northwest pattern fashion. But other than that, nothing major happens throughout the evening. Nothing happens throughout the day. You guys are all able to kind of settle in and rest throughout the day. Nobody gets exhausted. You're able to produce your water with your alchemy jug or through your spells conjuring those. But it's an uneventful night of travel and day of rest.
Mr. DM, from going on from here on out, would you allow that maybe would like Darren give Silas a shield to protect him from the sun and extra water, like his own rations and all of that, so that Darren would always have disadvantage at these saving throws and Silas advantage?
If you want to do that, if you want to be caring for someone, absolutely, you can do that.
Okay, got it.
But it's your call.
Darren's my savior.
The day passes without much happening. Just the wind blowing over you guys. It's hot. You're doing your best to stay cool. You try to find some shade where you can. As you guys are all coming to and preparing to travel once again in the evening, those whispers have picked up. It's a little bit louder than it was, or at least you think it was from the previous night. But it's your call as to whether or not you would be interested in kind of following those. But Phalar, you think you've got a general idea. It's a few degrees off your course if you want to try and follow them a little bit, or you guys continue on your way towards the Emerald Spring. But with Parsnip's guidance throughout the night, following the stars, you have a general idea of where you are on the map.
What what do you all think? Should we? I think I know where the sound is coming from. Should we investigate it or let it be?
I think it would be a good idea to investigate, but I don't know. It's whatever all of you think.
I'm up for investigation. That
I was
would be my
gonna
vote.
agree as well.
Yeah, I'd rather try to
What
figure
kind of
out what it
adventuring
is.
party are we without adventuring, right?
Right, exactly.
Plus, if we ignore it, it might come back and bite us in the butt.
Yeah, that's fair. Then we at least know what it is. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I kind of know where it's coming from. So we should probably take caution.
I hear enough voices. I don't need another.
All right. So
Okay, no, I'm kidding.
I love it. All right. So after you guys prepare in the morning and get all your things together, load up your camels, you start heading off. And every so often, Phalar, you kind of feel the need, okay, let me catch my bearings again. Go ahead and give me another, you can do another performative investigation check to see if you're following this.
You got this, Phalar.
Yeah, I think so. So I think my investigation is kind of looks like a break dance, like really bad break dance from the Olympics. Oh, unless I roll really well, in which case, yeah,
All right,
not
nice. Yeah, you do some movements. You feel the wind against you. You spin on top of your head a couple of times. Land. You say, "Yep, that's the direction," and you kind of give it a general point. You guys travel for a good portion of the day. The sound of those whispers continuously getting a little bit louder and louder. Mid-evening, excuse me, actually, you move a little to the left, move a little to the right. It does slow your progress down, but it's actually when the day is starting to dawn on you that something starts to come into view. You look off into the distance, and amongst the sand dunes and so forth, something less natural in form and shape seems to be there in front of you in the desert.
something less natural. That's alarming.
Everyone, go ahead and make a perception check.
Yes. Where was this roll earlier?
Right.
You were saving it for now.
Right?
Simon, a few hundred feet away from you, you see something that it's got definitive straight lines coming out of the sand at a roughly 45-degree angle. Something looks like it's kind of hard to see because you're still a few hundred feet away from it, but it's 5, 10, 15 feet sticking out of the ground just in pure straight lines.
I will relay that information. There's something over there, and how many straight lines is coming out that I can tell? Just
From what you can tell, it seems like it's one really thick object straight out of the desert about a 45-degree angle.
There's like something poking out over there at an angle, where it's like a straight line, just like jutting.
Should investigate, but be careful, everyone. Especially
Um,
watch your feet.
how far away is it? Are we from it?
About 200 feet away.
If we can get
Mm.
a little closer, we might be able to discern what it is. I'm just a little worried because this desert wants to kill us.
Well, if we get a little closer, I could maybe try to sneak in.
You guys start moving forward towards this object that Simon's mentioned to you guys, and it slowly starts to come into view. Getting him within 100 feet, a little closer to it. You see this about 3 feet wide at the top, probably gets to an unknown width towards the bottom, but again, sticking out just about 10 feet out of the sand. Clearly now you can tell that it's an obelisk of some form poking out of it.
Cool.
Is there any? Are we close enough to see any writing or symbolism? Oh, there we go. Just kidding.
So
It's
cool.
right there.
Assuming we're going to be here for the time it takes me to ritual cast detect magic, I'm going to start doing that.
Okay.
Are
guys
these?
move up.
Is this like a written language or symbol on it?
If you're not sure at this distance, you can tell there's some kind of writing on it, but you let me know when you get close enough that you think you're able to read it.
Okay. As soon as I get close enough, I'm going to start casting comprehend languages, which will, as a ritual, which will let me read and understand it. It's going to take time
Gotcha.
though to read it.
So you and Phalar, you begin performing your rituals to summon up some.
I'm gonna
some
cast a
magic.
spell on myself.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Join the club.
You guys can sit there and watch the whispers now. They're pretty loud. Like you can hear them. You can't understand anything that's being said, but it's clear now what's going on.
It's not let me cast it.
Tango, you walk right past Simon and Phalar, who are performing rituals, preparing magic. Do you walk all the way up to it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you walk right up to it. It's taller than you are, as I mentioned. Down towards the part that's buried, it looks it's probably about 4 or so feet wide, going out to about 3 feet, and then of course it ends at a point. And you see all this writing all over it. The writing doesn't really make any sense to you. And yeah, you're right there. You're at it.
Guys, this looks old. Who would bury this out here?
Good question.
Oh.
You guys know how I feel about reading, so I'm just going to look around, see if there's anything hiding on the other side of it. When you nerds are done reading, let me know.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception or investigation as you kind of look around to see if there's anything else there. What is the rest of everyone doing while the spells are getting cast? Tango, you kind of search around. You can see, like you said, reading bores you. There's nothing to hit. You don't see any creatures in it, anything like that. You don't really see anything else.
DM, if it's symbols, it doesn't decode it. It just decodes writing. So if this is symbols, then he wouldn't be casting this.
You
He'd probably help.
don't necessarily know, though, if it's a language or not.
Okay, cool. I've got to be touching it, so I'm gonna, when we get close enough, I'll touch the obelisk.
All right, so it takes you 10 minutes to cast your spell. Is
Mhm.
anybody else doing anything? If Silas is looking for anything that's moving, Tango's looking around to see if there's anything else. Anybody else doing anything while Simon and Phalar finish their rituals?
Darren would offer Simon and Phalar he would offer to touch it first. He's not saying he's not saying stay away. I'm touching it. Right? It's more like an offer. Like we don't know if this is safe. You all can touch it first. You're the smart mages, but if you want me to, I could touch it first. Make sure there's no traps or anything. But I'll let you professionals do your work.
Do you want to touch the obelisk? Do you want to touch it? You can touch it.
Is it safe?
I'll know after you touch it.
All right, Moonstring, I'm trusting you.
I got your back.
Do you wait for them to finish their rituals or do it before they finish?
I would do as instructed, so it would be up to Phalar.
I'd say wait.
Okay, we'll wait, definitely.
All right. A little bit of time passes.
Before you touch it, too, I will cast guidance. So any let's see, let's do it for a. Yeah, I got to specify what it's for. Is it ability check? So that would be okay. Gotcha. So we'll make that for a Constitution save.
No, the guidance doesn't work for saves. It has to be a skill check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. I thought it was saves. Well,
What a
whatever.
weird guidance change. Yeah.
I think you're thinking about resistance, the cantrip resistance.
Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong thing. Oh, never mind. It probably won't help you.
You guys give it a couple of minutes. You let Phalar and Simon both finish their spells. Phalar, you get close enough, you cast Detect Magic. You pick up magic from this. You concentrate on it. You can't tell what form of magic it is. You can't tell of a school. You can just tell some faint aura of magic is there. Simon, you finish you casting Comprehend Languages. And
Mm-hmm.
then once you finish it and you look at it, you then recognize this isn't some kind of a language. This is something arcana based. Like it's almost like runes. Like
Okay.
a spell component type thing. Not a language itself, but you can't actually read it.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can try to determine anything else?
You can.
Well, I don't think I got anything determined.
All you can tell is it's like it's an old dialect of but everyone's got their own, but you've not seen anything like this before. Phalar, kind of the same thing. The best you can get out of is that you've not seen runes like this before. But again, everyone's could be different, but this doesn't really mean much to you.
I do have to touch it when I use Comprehend Languages. So
okay.
Simon has touched it.
If you want to, you can still say that you're going to let Darren do it first, and that's what you'll get out of it afterwards. That's fine.
Because
you guys determine who it is that's touching it first.
I will go ahead and touch it. I mean, it's part of that spell, so I wouldn't really determine all that.
All right,
I'm rooting for you,
Simon. You finish casting your spell, and again, it's starting to make a little more sense as to what it is or what it isn't. And you reach out and you touch your hand to the obelisk. Silence falls immediately. The whispering stops. Simon, you feel something about this object. You can tell it wants something. You don't know what it is. You're not sure how you know that. But you sense a very soft and gentle hunger in this obelisk.
This thing wants something, but I don't know what it wants.
Do
and
they
I
talk
can't.
to you?
No, it's more like I'm getting emotion, not emotion. Like it's just like its wants and needs are being projected into me, but I don't know what that is.
Maybe it wants to be stood up.
I mean, maybe. I'm wondering though, like, does anyone? Well, pickles would be really good. Does anyone, um, other than Phalar and I, is anyone else trained in any form of Arcana?
I shake my head no.
Well, this might be something we can ask the Answer Dragon about, but I don't know if we'd be able to make our way back here.
DM, I'm
Oh,
going to cast Thread Whisper, which is Thalar's name for message. So as written probably won't work, but I'm going to try to message the obelisk and say, "Are you there?"
You cast your spell and you point it towards the obelisk, and you know that the spell essentially carries your words along on like a little invisible cup and string. And you, when you cast the spell, you could almost feel it make its way over to your target, and it goes out a little ways. And as it nears towards this obelisk, it's like it just gets pulled in and sucked into it.
Guys, I think we should back away. I don't know what it wants, but I think it might want magic.
Magic?
Can I
I can't
try?
tell what type of magic it is, other than it is incredibly magic.
Maybe I can try to hear its thoughts. And I'll try to do just a cursory detect thoughts.
You cast detect thoughts, and you don't hear thoughts from the object. Do you wish to try to probe deeper into it?
Yeah, I think I would try to probe. It's gonna require a wisdom save, but I don't
You
know.
you start to focus on the obelisk as if to try to read or push into it, and as soon as you do, you feel the magic from your spell pulled out and sucked into this obelisk. Uh, Immediately, all of the little intricate carvings and so forth that are on it begin to illuminate slightly.
Oh shit! I should have listened to Phalar. I'm so sorry again.
Yeah.
Uh, Simon, uh, everyone around you, you notice everyone is probably staring at you at this point, because as Simon does this, what the rest of you all see is Simon suddenly arch back. His eyes seem to roll into the back of his head. His hair is flickering upwards as if the wind is blowing it, and you can see a soft glow coming from their eyes. Simon, you come to, and as I said, everyone's probably looking at you a little oddly. Uh, and you suddenly know something, many things. Simon, are you proficient in knowledge religion?
Religion? No, I'm not.
You are now.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Your mind was just flooded with all sorts of information on various religions. Now, this was like you just spent years in school, but you haven't taken tests on it or anything like that. So it's not like you just know everything, but it's like things just flashed in front of your eyes. You all look towards this obelisk. It's in the ground. And while it's illuminated slightly, it rises up out of the sand slowly at first, and then picks up a little more pace until the entirety of it has risen up. The object is roughly 20 feet long, and about half of it was underneath the ground. It sits in the air and begins to slowly rotate above you all, kind of like the hand of a clock. It does a full 360-degree turn counterclockwise. After it does its full turn, it kind of slows and then starts going in the other direction. Does about 3/4 of a turn. And then it comes back around again, does about half of a turn. And it just keeps to go back and forth until it slows down and settles in one specific direction. You then see it starting to come down back towards the sand. If anybody's underneath it, you have plenty of time to get out of the way. If you want to see if it squishes you or not, let me know. I'm going
Parsnip,
to assume.
come on, Parsnip.
I'm going to assume you don't want to be underneath the tons of stone. And it rests itself back down into the ground. You then notice all of those runes that are those arcane markings that were there. They begin fading, starting at the base up towards the top. It's as if the light extends up towards the top. And then lastly, right at the very tip of that obelisk, on all four sides of the point, you see a very clear arrow-like marker illuminate, pointing off in the direction that the entire obelisk is pointing now, which is roughly to the north.
Oh. Well, I think it wants us to go somewhere, y'all.
We should follow it.
I mean,
If anything were to happen, I guess it's better us than a random passerby, right?
I mean, I think something's already happened. But yeah, my curiosity is gonna get me killed, y'all.
where were we originally headed?
The X. So northwest.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's kind of along the way.
Well, shall we make it along the way?
I mean, we could also just go to the answer dragon, and I mean, I don't mind using my free question to ask what the hell this thing is.
Okay, Stitch Fix. When 20 years from now, are they gonna, when people remember your name, are they going to remember the gnome that that solved the mystery of the fallen obelisk?
I mean, I'm still going to be hopefully around in 20 years because us gnomes live to be about like 300 to 400.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
But
if I'm writing my songs right, I certainly hope that you're remembered in 20 years.
right? I mean, like, no offense, like Fengar's got like really good talent, and like, I'm pretty sure we're all going to be, you know, years and years
Well,
after.
we
But yes,
should
I get
go
what your
check
point.
it out.
Yeah, I'm
Though,
curious.
of
I mean, don't
course.
get me wrong, I'm curious. But
It's kind of on
so
the
far, my
way.
curiosity has nearly killed me twice.
Well, there is that. I mean, I can heal you. I can't bring you back from stupid.
I mean, stupid hopefully is a temporary condition.
We can hope. Let's do it. Why not?
I won't
Yeah,
lie,
I'm
this
down.
suddenly has me curious on actually reading something. So that might tell you something.
Oh.
Excuse me for yawning. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Yeah, it's okay. You guys did travel throughout the night.
Yeah, we've been traveling a long time. It's fun.
You decide you're going to go ahead and follow the way this is pointing, and you begin traveling off into the desert. Again, if somebody could give me a survival check, if multiple people are proficient, you can give it with advantage because you want to continue to follow the correct path. But you still have to do your best to travel the correct direction, even though you're just going straight. Ooh, Parsnip. I mean, you can't. You keep hitting the sand, but you seem to know it very, very well. You guys just push on through the day. You get tired doing this, but Parsnip's amazing guidance leading at the front of the way keeps you absolutely straight up and down over sand dunes and so forth. When a couple hours of travel goes by, when again something seems to appear as you crest over one of the dunes. Off in the distance, down a little ways from you, you have a slightly elevated point of view. You kind of look down and see this. You see a structure. This structure is almost matches with the desert in its coloration, so it'd be very easy to miss if you weren't, going straight towards it. You see a flat platform, with a slightly sand-covered sandstone, and on this flat platform, even with the sand, you see multiple pillars. Not the same as the obelisk, but these are just regular pillars. They stand about 15 feet high, and on top of those pillars is a ring of stone.
I wonder if we need to charge this thing up too, like we did with the obelisk.
The platform that's down there is approximately 150 feet squared, with the ring of stone that's risen above it is about 120 feet, a little bit smaller. And you can see that the ring is 100% intact, but most of it is suspended there. Oh yeah, chill touch is a range of touch now. I didn't know that. Well, okay, I learned something.
What is it?
I saw that, and then I was checking with AI. I'm like, huh? But it says touch here.
Oh,
I don't know.
whoops. I critically touched. I didn't mean to cast that. I was trying to open it up. God, I wasted a critical, y'all. Anyways. Yeah, will y'all come with me so we can like take a look at this again? I don't want to go by myself. I'm just like a walking accident.
I'll walk right into any
Sure.
accident
Yeah.
with you. Let's go.
Oh, thanks. But I'd rather us not walk into accidents. I'd rather us be okay. I'm
We'll
hoping that if
watch
we
it.
walk in,
You can
you
be
will be
an
a lucky
educated
charm.
toucher person. You can go up and touch it.
Well, okay.
And you guys decide you're going to go ahead and kind of approach the structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. Ritual cast detect magic on the way towards it.
All right, bear with me 1 second. You're riding on camels, so as far as I'm concerned, you can start your ritual, and you can be casting it on your camel. So that by the time you get there, it's just now coming on.
Maybe. What do we got?
All right, you guys come and you come upon a ring of pillars. You arrive at this structure. You can tell that underneath your feet there's a bit of stone, even though it's mostly covered by the sand. You brush a little bit off, and it's sandstone. It's very easy to miss the structure, the platform that you're standing on. But there's this ring of these stone pillars. There is marking and words carved on each one of these pillars. The stone ring above it as well. You look around, and in the inside, there is this flat surface with 12 small kind of crystals sitting into the ground. More glass than crystal, you might think.
Um,
Hmm.
Are the symbols the same? Like, are there any?
Does this have similarity to the obelisk?
Thank you. I was trying to. Words are
I,
failing me tonight.
I,
Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going. So.
You look and you notice that there are some similarities. There's a similar types of markings on it, but then you also notice other things. Simon, go ahead and give me a knowledge religion check
Oh boy, it's my first one, y'all.
as you're looking for it.
It's a 15.
All right. The first pillar that you approach, which is it is not dark inside. No, it is open sky above this ring. The first one you come to, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say number 5 here. you look at on this pillar on the back of it, and you see this circle that kind of stands out. And as you get a closer look at it, you realize that circle is actually 4 sides that have kind of joined together and formed that circle. You recognize the symbol of the god of death.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the symbol of the god of death over here.
You make your way around and you go to the inside, and you see inside the pillar there. Unfortunately, it's a little bit over your head, but you see a small shelf, and there are words above it. And when you look at it, the words appear in a language that you understand. Everybody reads Common, so it could either appear in Common or it might appear in another language if it's more of a natural language for you. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to assume Simon is looking at this thing since he was questioning it. He would be here. So Simon, as you look at this pillar, up at the right above this little shelf, you read, "Once green and vibrant, I danced in the breeze. Now silent and fallen amongst the dead trees. What withered remnant, life's cycle complete, do you lay on my shelf at the reaper's still feet?"
Okay. I'll read that out loud, but can you post that in the Discord if you didn't?
Yeah, I'll post it here in a second. So
Awesome.
amongst here, let me move you. Should be light here. Oh, my daylight, my dynamic lighting is weird. 1 second. Daylight mode. Should be daylight mode.
Good.
Is that any better?
Way better.
That's a lot better for me.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. That one had weird settings. You go around and you look at each of the pillars, and you see that there is on the back of it some kind of a symbol, and on the inside of each pillar there's a small shelf and words written above each one of them.
Can I get some help from some of our more religious folk? There are some symbols here that I'm not really familiar with.
I do know about religion. I can help you out a little bit.
So
I
can
know
I,
of
surprisingly.
religion. I don't know a lot about it though.
Darren, this one you'll just kind of get this one for free. You on the next pillar to the right of the one that Simon is looking at from his point of view. So this one here. You see a winged maelstrom, and you immediately recognize that it's the symbol for Zefkiel.
The symbol of the Watcher.
I might have missed it, but did Phalar get any magic pings?
Oh, Phalar, as you approach, you again find.
Oh yeah,
magic.
sorry, I forgot to ask.
Yeah, you do find magic on these. Again, you don't get a type. The type would actually be universal. That'd be a 3.5 for Revenant, but
so it's type O.
It's
Got it.
typo. Yes. Silas, you're looking around at some of these and you don't seem to recognize anything, and then you hear, "Oh, that's mine!" in the back of your head, and this one over here,
Okay.
you recognize as having the symbol of Phatheris.
I don't say anything about it.
But as you all look at each of these pillars, you notice that there is a few phrases above that ledge that's pointed inward. Even on the pillar that's kind of crumbled a little bit, it still exists. It's partially crushed under one of as the ring is kind of collapsed, but you still have access to see what the words are from it. I'm not going to read you out loud every single one of these. I'm going to go ahead and share them with you because I assume you're going to want to read everyone.
Yep.
So, the one that was in front of Simon, where there was the god of death, was actually number 5. Phalar was standing in front of number 6. Silas, you found number 4, and so forth. And all around, every single one of these has these different little phrases above them.
It seems like these are a bunch of little riddles.
Yeah.
What pillar is the Watcher, DM?
Let's see. I do believe it is number 6.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just wanted to double check.
Yep, the one you're standing in front of.
Well, maybe we're supposed to stand in the middle here.
Can I use prestidigitation to create a leaf, like a dead brown leaf?
It's a little more a druid craft, but yeah, sure, I'll allow it.
Okay. I mean, that's a good point. I don't know that I would have any leaves. Oh, you'll allow it. So I'm gonna take you up on that. Yeah, I'm gonna place a leaf on the shelf.
The one you're standing in front of?
Yeah.
You set down this little kind of withered leaf, and as soon as you let it go, it's as if this stone, just think of it as like a soft, scooped out little area. The stone itself seems to have a slight glow to it within along the little shelf. Very soft.
I think maybe I figured this one out. Okay, let's see. Tiny big.
Is Felicia here? Is that how you say that?
You look around and you kind of go to the back of where Tango currently is, and you look at the back of it, and you see a pillar where there's on its symbol is a draconic wing and an angelic wing merged together with a little cherry in the middle, and you recognize the holy symbol for Felicia. The writing associated with that one is, "I lift your spirit and set you free in joyful dance and wild spree. What simple glass filled to the brim can toast my freedom on a joyful whim."
A little bit of wine should do the trick.
Hmm.
So what does the one in front of me say?
My path is chosen, though fate is grand, a roll of fortune held in your hand. What simple form with countless sides determines where your journey rides?
I got no idea.
Obviously, a D20.
It sounds like dice. Do we have any dice?
Not in my inventory, no.
You know, I might. I have a lot of weird things.
I can look in this bag from Sil to see if there's one.
You look in the bag from Syl and you see a bag filled with diamonds. Look in both of them; they're both filled with diamonds.
No, nothing in there.
For the purposes of this, Phalar, as far as I'm concerned, if you have any inkling that you might have had a set of dice with you, by all means, you can have a set of dice.
Yeah, I think I did because I have like all sorts of weird stuff like string. So I'm ready for the soap, oil, little bag of sand. Okay.
Yeah,
One
perfect.
piece of chalk. So yeah, I have dice.
You
All
gonna-
right.
do you want to try it?
Yeah, I'll toss a dice there.
Yeah, I'll hand you the dice.
Okay.
You set the dice on number 4 pillar's little shelf, and it has a very soft illumination. Even in the bright daylight, you can see it.
So that's 2 of them knocked out. Does anyone have wine for Felicia's?
Does it have to be wine? Could it be water?
I mean, we could toast with water, I guess.
You
But
toast, yeah, with I think wine.
yeah, typically it's wine. Oh, we have the alchemy jug. Can that make
Yes,
wine?
we could produce it. Yes.
Because I don't have any wine.
Now, keep in mind, we don't have a lot of water.
I can make more water.
So can we put whatever's in there in my like water bag? Water skin. There we go.
Yeah,
Well, it's gonna produce 10 gallons.
if it's wine, the wine produces 1 gallon.
Oh, okay.
And then you would take off a stopper and you'd pour it out of the jug. So you could pour it into whatever you wanted.
Well, I meant like the water that was already in the jug. I was going to
Oh,
save in water skin. If I
Sure,
could.
yeah.
I can
You guys
save
can do that.
4 points.
It's fine.
That way we're not wasting water.
Yeah, you guys, I'm not going to make you over engineer logistics, right? Like I've had plenty of times when a party just needs to cross a bridge and it takes an hour, then they get into a fight like SEAL Team 6 that takes 20 minutes. So you guys take what water you have from the jug. You go ahead and fill up some skins that you have.
Look,
I was
guys,
gonna say,
we're
don't worry
recycling.
about water. As long as I have a
So-
spell slot, I can make water.
Yeah, I don't want to recycle sweat.
Not that kind of water.
Did the wine work, DM?
Yeah, so you produce wine with your alchemy jug, pour a little bit onto the shelf, and the shelf glows.
Okay, so that's 3 of them done.
DM, for my pillar, Darren would put his gauntleted hand on the altar and say a quick prayer to the Watcher, and will attempt to cast Sacred Flame on top. It's flames kind of lead the darkness away, and it's sacred. So he's gonna try it, hoping it works.
You reach it out and you try it. You put your hand out for it, and you hear a voice in your head speak softly, but it goes, "Thank you, but no." You recognize the voice of your patron kind of speaking to you, but unfortunately, it doesn't cause any illumination.
I see.
Maybe we need to use a candle because it's talking about like the one above yours. Hold on, where did it go? Oh God, there it is.
That one is, "My gaze unblinking pierces all lies. Through shadow deceit, my just judgment flies. What clear hard truth, unclouded and bright, do you offer my vision to banish the night?"
Or maybe it just needs like glass. I don't know.
It could be glass or a torch.
I mean, it's asking what clear, hard truth, though. Um, we can try a candle real fast. I don't know if these things have like a, you have you failed 3 times and now you're all dead.
Do you want to try a candle?
Let's try it.
You set a candle on it, you don't really get a reaction.
Maybe you should actually speak a truth.
The truth. Well, my name is Darren.
Okay, maybe something like
The,
a little
the
deeper,
pillar
but maybe not.
the pillar does not respond to your truth.
What about my holy symbol?
Again, you're welcome to try it if you want.
Yep, definitely. Try it.
Place your holy symbol on it. And you get kind of this, you get a feeling of like a huge hand resting on your shoulder, kind of expressing some kind of contentment or happiness with your action, but nothing happens with the pillar.
I don't know, Stitch Fix.
We can come back to this one. I know this one's important to you, but there are other options that we have too.
Of course. Let's move on to others.
I'm gonna go. I'm assuming this is the 7th one over here.
Yep, it is.
Okay. Fly on wind, swift and true, guiding the hunter to skies anew. What feathered companions sent from the string? Hey, Parsnip, do you have an arrow?
Yes,
Can I borrow an arrow and put it on this shelf?
sure.
Parsnip hands you an arrow. You set it on the shelf. It softly glows.
Oh, yay! Okay. Number 8, I'm not sure, but maybe it's Ash? I don't know.
Tango puts a handful of sand onto the second pillar shelf and it softly glows.
I read, and I got it right. You guys, we need to
Tango.
celebrate.
I'm so proud of you, buddy. And I mean that not sarcastically, because it sounded really sarcastic when I said it.
I make some dancing lights swirl around in a celebratory fashion.
It's like, is number 12 a web? I don't know. I'm not good at this crap.
Oh, yeah, that's probably exactly what that would be. Phalar, I don't mean to be rude, but this one, number 12, it talks about the Spider Queen. Would you have any insight into that one? Would it be a web?
I mean, I think so. The history of my people definitely talk about spiders and queens.
When it's brought up with Phalar, it's somebody mentioning a web. This one for Phalar is kind of a gimme with that information, bringing up the Spider Queen. You recognize something like a silk would work for it.
It wants silk. Is that?
Yeah, something like like silk or fabric that could have come from
Okay, so
spider silk or so forth.
if this isn't something that I have to give up, right? Is it just something I have to show?
You don't know.
Okay, well then in that case, I'm gonna pull out. Taylor's gonna pull out their songhorn, and Songhorn's always on Valar's hip, regardless of what they're wearing. But it's crafted from blue leaf root and accented with spider silk threads.
Very nice. If you place that on the shelf, you get a little illumination.
Nice.
For number 10, I think we need to put a platinum on it, maybe?
Try it.
We do
Yeah,
have.
I'll take a platinum out and
Yeah, we
toss it on there.
just
Place
look at
a
my
piece of
inventory. I'm like, oh yeah, we do.
place a piece of platinum on the 10th pillar. Soft glow.
Nice.
Well, there goes some money of mine, but that's fine.
You can have my
Um,
platinum, my friend.
Well, we're gonna get paid from this. I'm not really good with the other ones though, y'all. Like this
How
whole
many are
religion
left?
thing is new to me. Let's see, we've done 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 12. Oh,
And
and
10.
10. Yeah. So
We need
we need
1,
to do
6, 8,
9,
and 11.
and 9.
Oh, right.
Yeah. For one, maybe it's just like a seed.
Where are these written down?
They're
In
above
your
each
journal.
pillar. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'll show them players again.
In the journal. Thanks.
It's
I
called
just needed.
it's
I just needed a scroll. That was my problem.
it's
That's
called
on me.
Tholos for deities.
Sorry, yeah, ignore that.
I don't know. For number 6, could it be a mirror? I have no idea.
Oh, that's a good idea. But I mean, would a mirror banish the night? I mean, it wouldn't really reflect anything in the darkness.
Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense.
I
Does
don't know.
anybody have a mirror? Anybody have a mirror?
I just look at Valar. No judgment. Just look at Valar. Do you have a mirror, Valar?
Keen signal whistle. Yes. I give you my mirror. There you go.
Hey, Lar,
I promise
sorry,
you,
but
we'll buy you a new one.
it would be important for me if you would let me place the offering on number 6.
I don't think Baylor has any problem with that. You place down the mirror onto the little shelf, and a soft glow comes out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's just a
Good
guess.
job.
Holy crap.
High five. Which I guess would be a low
Simon,
five, but
you're the
still.
best wizard I've ever known.
I didn't do it. It was Silas.
Oh, was it
And
Silas?
also,
Oh, I thought it was you.
no, I got the other one. Silas got the hard one. And Valar,
Which god
we'll buy
is?
you a nicer mirror when we get back.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Which god is number 1?
What you see for the holy symbol is a circle with a tree with deep roots in it. You can make a knowledge religion check or take your best guess.
Or second thing was that?
You can take a guess if you know, or you can. Simon goes over and says, "Oh, you know what? I just have all this information in my head." And right as he starts to say it, Tango says, "Antiquity."
Yeah, that one.
So I think the answer is I think it's an acorn, but I don't have an acorn. I know.
I mean, I could try to make one, but I think I might have pushed the limits the last time I made a leaf.
I do have a disguise kit. I could try to disguise myself as an acorn.
I don't think that. While I would really appreciate to see you do wood face, I don't know that would actually work.
I shouldn't have taken a drink when you said that.
Oh god, what's the leaf?
Parsnip, do you have like some ability to do you have an acorn? I don't know why I'm just assuming things here, but you're kind of like the woodsy tap, and
So DM, would an acorn be in my herbalism kit?
Oh, sure. Let's see why not.
There we are. So, guys, I do have an acorn.
God, you just have everything. You're like a walking like pantry.
We like to call ourselves bards.
I mean, okay. I'll grab the acorn and I'll run up and I'll hand it to Parsnip to let Parsnip put it on there.
All right. Okay. You guys place the acorn on. It softly glows. Darren goes over and sprinkles some ash onto the 8th pillar. It glows.
Hey, I was right. Good job, Darren. Alrighty. We only have we still need to do number 9, right?
I think it's 9 and 11 are all you guys haven't done. You guys went through these quick.
Oh, we just. Oh no, yeah, it is 9.
Yeah.
So
My journey is ceaseless.
9 sounds like a rock.
Yeah.
yeah. Are there
I've
any
got one of
rocks
the
around that
glowing
we can
rock.
pick up?
I've got one of
there's
them
plenty of
glowing
rocks.
rocks. Yeah, we could just grab a
Yes.
rock, I guess.
Displacing a rock.
I'll take an arrow and break it and place it on 11.
You place the broken arrow on number 11 and it glows.
Nice.
I'll put a rock on 9.
You find, based on Dingo's suggestion, you find the smoothest rock that you can find, something like a river stone, but just a representation of it, and you set that on it. And with that, all of the stones begin to hum ever so slightly. They're all illuminated.
Yeah, let's all stand in the middle.
Wrong button. You hear this kind of sound, and the ground rumbles ever so slightly. As the center of it
We're standing on
begins
top.
to slide open.
I like how you moved all of us.
Yeah.
That was good.
Look at this, guys. We have to go in now.
Yep, I agree.
Last one there is a rotten pickle.
Wait, can pickles go bad?
What?
Unfortunately, they can.
Sounds like kimchi.
So we'll see how far we go with this. We'll take a couple of minutes just so you guys know what you're walking down into.
Oh boy.
All right, hold on.
Always a good sign.
Yeah, right? DM's like, hold on.
Oh, no. Let's see. Where's my writing? I had this written down. I don't
Whoa,
have it
what
written
was
down.
that?
Apparently,
All right, that's fine. You guys descend down, and the stairs kind of wrap around a little bit, and it's dark down below. Even with dark vision, you can tell that the light is getting cut off just a little ways down. But then further in, you can tell that there are torch lights down below. And as you slowly start walking down into the silence, into the darkness, you hear this rasping kind of cough echo below. And as you can continue to descend the stairs, you start to find yourself coming into this large open circular area, larger than the ring that was above. And there are alcoves all along this round room, this round kind of crypt, you could almost call it. The ceiling stands about 20 feet high. There's dust and sand along the ground. And in each of these little alcoves, you see a pedestal with some type of an object on it, and a little bit of illumination above each one. But what you can't help but notice, sitting in the middle of the back wall, and almost kind of like a little room, is a roughly humanoid creature. They seem to be half desiccated, dried, wearing some clothes barely draped over them. And they sit on this kind of stone chair, similar to a throne. There are candles and torches around them. And sitting next to them is a dog. This is a very old dog. It's got a slight glow in its eyes, but its face is graying. And you hear this voice as you've descended the steps. It's coming from that area. It's like, well, it looks like we'll have an audience with mortals one more time, won't we?
Hello. And who might you be?
My name is Simon.
Welcome. Welcome. Please come in. Come in.
Greetings, good sir. Who are you?
It's good to see people again. Probably my last time. As you get a little bit of a closer look, you notice that the face of this creature has a slight bit of a canine look to it. And his body looks like it's almost attached to this throne. It's like sand compacted together has built this body. Parts of it are flicking away. He goes, yes. My name is Astrophy. Simon, as the one that went ahead and put a spell into that obelisk, go ahead and make a religious check. And if you're proficient in religion, you can make the check as well.
That's not good.
And you
That's
weren't
not
paying
good, Bob.
attention. You weren't paying attention to that class.
Nope.
It looks to you. I'm Astrophy. And this, the best boy here. This is Raja. And welcome.
Since Phalar also put a spell in the obelisk, could they also make a religion check?
I used a cantrip.
It was a
So not,
cantrip.
not in the same way that
I
you
wasn't
did.
a level. You're looking at it from.
Yeah, I tried to send message into it. You actually like cast a spell.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's right. The DC was a little bit higher than what you guys said, by the way. As you guys look around, I'll make this part easy. You can tell that there are magical items in each of these 12 alcoves around you. As well. Thank you for showing a curiosity or respect for the gods above. And you will all have a chance to be rewarded before you leave. Hopefully you'll sit and talk with me some. But I'll tell you, you will be able to each take an item from here with my gratitude. So with that, I'm going to provide you, because I want you guys to be able to see the imagery for this. It also lists out what you see in these 12 alcoves.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the...
Yeah, what's up, everyone?
Yeah, welcome. This is what the old guy is saying.
What's the dog's name? Did he introduce the dog?
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah, Russia.
Raja, R-A-J-A.
Oh, not R-U-S-S-I-A.
He looks dry. Do you need some water?
I thank you. But no. Water offers me no nourishment. No, it is just Rasha. It's just him now.
What are you?
Valar pulls out their ink pen and one of the 10 pieces of paper that they have.
Oh, by the way, when the opening had happened above, everything that you placed on each of the shelves was consumed, with the exception of, with the mirror, it was just the glass within the mirror. So the handle that was holding it would still be there. And the horn that Valar placed is still there, but the silk that adorned it was consumed. But those two remained. The rest of it was consumed. When you say, "What are you?" He looks at you. Good question. There was a time my name was well enough to be all that you needed. I was once the god of magic in this world, but I am all but forgotten now.
What
Tell me
happens
now.
when a god is forgotten?
We can tell of you.
Oh, those are kind words. It might be too late. A god that's forgotten, a god that is no longer worshipped. That god ceases to exist.
How are you? Why? I guess my question to you then would be, why were you forgotten, and why are you down here?
Well, I should perhaps explain. This world, a god, except for the most powerful, God requires worshippers, a means to empower it so it can thrive and exist. Years ago, new gods rose. Other gods assumed my role. And my worshippers passed on. All that's left is Raja. Like any good dog, he worships the ground I walk on. So now Raja, he lives for me, and I live for him.
How are you normally worshipped?
Well, the practice of magic in my name. Don't worry, it's all right. It's all right. It's not often known, but gods are born, created. Gods fade away. They cease to exist. I accepted my fate a long time ago. I admit, I am afraid, though, of no longer existing.
I mean, would you not exist, or would you just pass on into the realm, well, into the embrace of the one who is over death?
We don't know. We're not allowed to know. I think that's a mystery that we all look to avoid. I might just cease to exist. I could pass on. But I don't know. You asked me why I made this place. As I knew my time was coming, I wanted a place to remind people of the wonders beyond their world, of the greater powers that are out there. So a chance to come, to learn, to worship, just to find out about them. So I picked some of those older gods and made this place for them.
Well, you'll be honored by us.
Like I know,
Thank you.
I know that you said magic in your name, and I know it'd be like a small drop in a vast ocean that you probably need to really survive. But Simon's gonna start casting Identify, um, and he'll finish the ritual like in Astrophy's name, just to try to like give him some level of sustenance.
You finish what you're doing, and as you're doing so, he just kind of smiles at you and just watches with fairly kind eyes. Thank you, but it's not the same. If one to truly worship, one must be devoted to believe, to want nothing more than to provide them with their belief.
I mean, your existence to me, meeting you here in the flesh proves to me that you're alive and so if it's belief in you, technically I do believe in you because you're here and I'm talking to you.
A man once said,
He's got a ton of technicality.
seeing isn't believing, or believing isn't seeing, and seeing is believing. But no, believing without seeing, that is faith and worship. There is
Oh, I get it.
proof of the deities everywhere, I know, but I won't tell you not to. And perhaps someday, if your heart is in it and if you feel it, then perhaps those can reach me. And I thank you for it. Perhaps it'll happen before the end.
Is there anything we can do for you?
I would just like to sit and talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. I know that it's a rare opportunity to speak to one such as mine. I was there when some of the gods that you clearly worship were essentially born, so I can talk to you.
So, what can you tell us from the age you were, or popular around?
It was long ago. The world was a simpler place. Magic was different. Very different. It's changed over the years. It came from a source. I think it still does.
It had a language.
Oh, a language. Yes, a language we all wish to know that language. But even myself is not someone that was ever able to truly learn it. Very few know even the smallest portion of it.
Are you talking about the hereafters?
The hereafters. Oh, you talk of the books. I know of them. I know of them.
Tell me about the last time you saw the stars.
I've been down here for several decades. And I remember the stars. I could arise from this place and look at them if I so choose. But every bit of strength that I have is now for Raja, to help keep him alive. He's seen many decades or more than a dog would normally see. But the last time I saw the stars, it was a clear night, and it was beautiful.
What happens to Raja when you die?
Raja will die before I do. When he passes, that is when I expect to be completely gone, to cease to exist. So I know this is an interesting scene, but I want to give you guys the opportunity to talk to Astrophy here for as much time as you'd like to. I think we can maybe call it here, because we're a little over. You guys are welcome to think of anything that you would like to discuss with him. Even text me. Aw. You do that. The dog stands up and it wiggles its tail back and forth. It wags it. It seems happy. Can't reverse aging with a healing word, but it can definitely give him a good feeling inside.
Any cup.
Darren, if you go to pet the dog, you by all means, you step up to it. He rises up and he puts his head towards you, and Astrophy smiles as you do so. You can absolutely pet the dog.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want you guys to feel rushed. I want you guys to be able to think about what you might want to discuss with this former deity that sits down in here. He will tell you that. I'll pass that on. Let me make sure I have the right list. Let's see. Yes, the remaining pillars. Let's see. No. There are the siblings. There was Bahamut, the sister Tiamat, and the middle sibling, the brother Unaramet. And lastly, there was enough of them that they brought her existence. The final god was Loth. All right. So, like I said, I think this would be a good place to call it. I could let you guys talk to this guy for hours. So, I want to respect everyone's time. We've got the holiday tomorrow. So feel free to think about what you might want to discuss down here. I'm happy to take, if you guys want to send questions over to through chat, we can work on that as well. Get you some answers that way. But yeah, I want to provide, this is a good way for you, especially for you newer players, to learn some lore from my world. You can ask just about anything, obviously. So I suggest we think on it, we call it there, and we pick this up next week, and you can talk to Antiquity, former god of magic.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, cool. Wait. Antiquity.
No, not Antiquity. It's God, dang it.
Astrophy.
Astrophy. Yes.
Okay. Thought it was a big plot twist for a moment. Like what?
No, it's not Antiquity. Astrophy.
You're just
Yes.
casually gonna drop that.
Yeah, just casually.
Nope. You know, it's funny. It's funny. I will say that's actually how one of my gods was created, the god Iniquity. I literally had a player that kept saying iniquity whenever they were supposed to say antiquity. And so after like 6 months of this crazy ass player constantly saying it wrong, I'm like, that's it. Fine. Good job. You've created a new deity. They're in there. Here you go.
That's awesome. I love it.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, this guy's got some information that he'll probably pass on to you guys either way, but he's there for you to ask your questions. Also, feel free to look at what those items are. I'll just be straight with you guys. The rules for that are going to be that everyone's going to be allowed to take one item out of here. You're not going to know what they are until you pick them up. Once you pick it up, that's what you get. So you have to go off of the description of what it is that you would want to take.
Where is the description?
Did you see the handout
It's
for him?
under his picture on the.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
with
Oh,
him.
I was just looking at the picture. Oh,
Yep,
yeah, all
I
had
did
to
the
do was
same thing
scroll
on the
down.
last part. So.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, I listed out all of his stuff. So, yeah.
And any questions we have for him, do we just send them to you?
I figure we'll pick it up here. So if you want to prepare a list, and when we get together next week or the next time, then we can roleplay it out. Like I said, I could roleplay this guy for hours. I love being able to share lore. I personally, like, as a player, I love lore. So this is like great opportunity for that. But if you want to, feel free to ask me questions that come to mind over the next week, and we can answer them in chat as well. We just throw them into our little D&D chat channel, and I can throw answers there as well. So, because like I said, you guys could spend all day talking to this guy.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. So, don't want to necessarily spend 3 sessions just having conversations, getting lore drops. So yeah, feel free to message me.
Why not?
Cool.
Hey, you know what? If everyone wants to do that, I'm down for it too. It's fun for me.
Right, thanks for running, DM.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great. Appreciate you guys following the hook. I wasn't sure there was a significant chance to miss this. So
Yeah,
appreciate it.
definitely.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all very much. I'm planning to run next time. I have no plans for the next 6 weeks, so I do plan to run to them. There'll come a point in time, August 10th to the 15th. I'm out of town, so that's the only time I won't be running a session. But yeah, we'll see you all in a week.
Cool, sounds good. See you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.
Cheers,
Bye.
mate.
You need
So-
to